Okay, this is a regular meeting. First order of business would be the minutes.
Motion to approve is presented.
Motion by Sam Hutchins to approve the minutes as presented on the March 28th special meeting. Second by Jerry Hahn. Any further discussion? All approved, say aye.
Aye.
Disapprove? The motion will carry. Next would be your bills list and your additional bills. We're getting down to the, towards the end of we're in our last quarter of the fiscal year. There's some transfers there to line up the budget and with some expenditures that have happened. Happens every year.
Just happened.
Well, some are good, some are bad.
Sometimes they do that, you're right.
You ain't got the money, you gotta get it from somewhere.
To follow proper protocol, the court needs to approve those transfers. That's why it won't be in the audit report.
I'll make a motion to pay the bills and the transfers.
Thank you, Bernard. Second by Jeff. Any further discussion? All approved, say aye. Aye. Disapprove? Motion will carry. Okay. Next order of business will be the road department report. Probably the most important thing we're going to do today is the resolution authorizing Nelson County to enter into the contract with the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet and the Rural Municipal Aid Fund. Every year the county is required to, not required, there's another process we could go through, but at least in this process you get your 60% of your money comes in about August and about 30% comes in about January. And then 3% goes to the Emergency Road Fund, which we've tapped into over the years. It's helped us out a lot. So entertain a motion to approve the resolution as presented, authorize the judge to sign the contract.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Keith Metcalf, second by Sam Hutchins. All approved, say aye.
Aye.
Disapprove?
Brad, you can get paid.
Motion carries. That's just part of it. Elaine, I think I put a copy in here. Okay, I've got actually, Elaine, I've got a signed copy. I've got a signed copy. I already got it typed up. If you want to take it back and put your stamp on it, I already signed it. I already got the names typed in there. All you got to do is put your seal on it for us. Okay, on equipment sales, you guys were emailed the surplus equipment in general terms, but there were a couple of items within the road department that were sealed bids. One was a dozer. Dozer brought $16,850. Gentleman is wiring the money, bringing it with him. Certified check this week to Rhonda. So the bank's been in contact with her on that. Dump truck brought $9,100. Minimum bid was $7,000, and there was no bid on the grader. And what I've done, I sent a picture of the grader and information on the grader to our Lincoln Trail Area Development District judges, see if there's any interest from another county, possibly. I have not sent it to anybody else in the Judges Association yet, or County Association, but I thought that might be a way to at least get some interest in it. And the statute says that the county can dispose of it in a proper way as long as it benefits the taxpayers. So you guys have any better idea other than that? What's it called? Gov deals. It doesn't matter.
Do both. I would think just do both. Blanket the county.
I'd like to do the counties first.
Yes.
That, you know, there could be a possibility that interest within our region. Then we could do the gov deals.
I think that's a
Avoid
good
that.
idea.
So, can we send it to all the counties?
I can send it to the Judges Association.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you'll try to get the minimum, we put the minimum on it.
Yeah, you put that on there, but you know, I think it would be negotiable with
Negotiable.
the other counties.
Like I said, some of these other guys have got more gravel roads than we've got.
But most of those guys that have those railroads, they have Caterpillar graders.
I know.
Yeah.
But they all need a spare.
Yeah.
You know. And this is a good solid piece of equipment.
While we get rid of it.
It's a solid.
Yeah, I understand.
It's that run.
If this grader was in his parents' former company, they'd still be operating. Roads.
Squeeze until
Squeeze until it's gone. yeah.
What are you talking about?
Anything else, Brad, on road department report?
Outside of just a quick one, we've only been a week since we met. We're still in phase 2 of the bulk item pickup. Probably got all of this week and maybe a day or two in the next week before we even get into phase 3. Phase 2 has gone decent so far. John, I don't know if you got numbers for them right now.
Yeah. Same trend as before, it's
Really high.
higher than previous years,
Yeah.
similar to last week, it's going to the lead.
It's pretty weather too, that people got it out.
You know, talk to somebody that maybe give me insight on that. You know, we always start in phase 1. We've done that, what, for how many years have we kept the same schedule? And usually the weather's been terrible for phase 1. This year it has not been the case. So kind of what we saw, hopefully, is this phase 1 is the only heavy part. Now, maybe I'm fool's gold in thinking that, and it's all going to be heavy, but we'll see. We're actually running through phase 2 somewhat.
If you were analyzing that's got some merit.
Oh, 100%. Somebody pretty smart, about 3 down, told me that scenario.
Anything else, Brad? Okay, then we'll go to landfill solid waste report.
Just bulky audit's been busy, into the quarter, so starting to do the quarterly report, get that wrapped up. A quick civic center update. They did get the rotten wood and stuff done like I was talking about. They got the 2x6 studs. If the top was rotten down, they did scab on it, 2x6, put another treated board on top. Everything else is treated, 2x6 too, that they did put on. They were going to put the parapet wall cap on. Supposed to be done last week or the week before, but they had issues with the man lift and rain. So they said about 4 to 5 days to get that wrapped up. So hopefully if we get some good weather, get that wrapped up in the next week or so.
Now, they're gonna redo the rest of that
Yes.
parapet?
They're going to do it at the one time, just redo the back piece, put the new back piece on, and then redo the rest of it at the same time.
The start.
Yeah, so hopefully,
You can see where birds have actually pecked through that drivet,
yeah,
and you can see all the little, everywhere there's a white dot, it's a bird hole.
yeah. So the back gets replaced and the rest of it gets a recoat, a new coating.
Anything else?
That's all I have.
Okay. EMS report, Joe?
Numbers for March, you have your report. 574 calls were made in March, $111 for non-transport, with about 18.6 calls a day excused.
Yeah. Everybody's moving on today, aren't they? See, our report, Dorothy's couldn't be here, but she presented you guys a good copy of that. It's standard report. And Lane's got a copy of that. Recreation, got anything since last week other than
Nothing new, just things real smooth.
complaints about parking? I took care of that.
Yeah, we had some parking problems.
We took care of that yesterday.
Yeah, we got that taken care of.
Under old and new business, Ron and I do plan to present your new budget, our next fiscal court meeting. We've got it, I'd say 90-95% complete. We're going to fine-tune it tomorrow. And try to satisfy department heads the best we can. One in particular. If you got, anybody got any specific questions about the process, I've talked to you individually about your projects. Let me know. Look at me, Key, like I'm a stranger.
Well,
Anything else you got on an old new business? Yeah, we just got this yesterday afternoon. You got a copy of that? We emailed it to you.
oh yeah.
I guess there's some language. Wonder how she picked up on that, why that needs to be changed.
I don't know, I didn't get a chance to talk to her.
Okay, I'm gonna try to call her and talk to her.
They haven't done it, nobody's done anything on us for, 13 years?
Right. She's saying there needs to be some updates to it. Basically, for the media, it's about the fiscal court was able several years ago to pass an ordinance to place anywhere from $10 to $25 of fees on cases that went through the circuit court and the district court. And Diane's saying there's some language that needs to be changed, and we just got this yesterday afternoon, so I will report to you once I get the information.
And those dollars are used where?
Those dollars are used to help subsidize the security folks at the courthouse, their benefit packages and so forth. That,
Okay.
you know,
Yeah, that was
The
my
whole
question,
system.
where those dollars were
it's actual titled Court Security Ordinance. So,
Okay.
you know, money generally, they actually wanted me to spend some money resurfacing the parking lot a couple years ago. I said that's not what it was intended for. AOC had tried that approach,
Yeah.
but I requested some money on the line item to resurface
the parking lot.
do the parking lot. We were denied on that. Anything else,
That's what was
guys?
collected.
Bernard?
16.
Jeff?
That's
Yep.
what we spent.
Quiet, okay. Anybody else have anything? Otherwise, entertain a motion to adjourn. Motion been made by Bernard Ice, second by Jerry Hahn. All approved, say aye. Disapprove? Motion carries. Thank you.
I didn't know.